Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us for OCAA Women's College Basketball. I am Steve Baxter alongside my friend Cody Lake, and we are here for the women's game, Mohawk Mountaineers versus the Conestoga Condors. And Cody, what is the matchup looking like for tonight?
Well, Mohawk is currently sitting pretty comfortable, 13-3 in the West, but they've lost their last two games. They used to be in second spot, so they're looking to get back. They're looking for a little bit of redemption. And Conestoga, well, they lost the last matchup, so they're going to be looking for their own kind of redemption and looking to be beating Mohawk here tonight. Conestoga, a young team versus a veteran team in Mohawk. So all those things are adding up for a very exciting second matchup between these two teams.
And we have a former Player of the Week and fifth-year shooting guard, Steph Rymack, and she earned a double-double in Mohawk's 73-51 win at Sheridan on November 2nd, so she's going to be trying to look for a repeat performance like that tonight against Conestoga. And we have another former Player of the Week, Megan White of Conestoga, who scored 45 points in a doubleheader at Sault Ste. Marie that both led to victories, including a 30-point effort and a 70-43 outcome on October 22nd.
Both impressive players. It definitely could be one of these two really making the difference here tonight. We'll see as the teams line up. And we're just about set to get underway here this evening.
And it seems like Conestoga is a little bit short-staffed. It seems they only have 7 players able to play tonight, so we're going to see how those substitutions work out tonight. And the ball goes out of bounds, and it is Conestoga basketball to start this game.
Yeah, missing 4 players here tonight. Let's see if that really affects them.
Conestoga passes the ball into the post. Jamelia Beckford. Strong move in the post and puts it in. Mohawk with ball movement, trying to find the open man. And Shannon O'Neill with the 15-foot jump shot. And if they can get that going the rest of the game, I think.
Well, she's going to be one of the players they're going to be looking to give that shot to as well. She's one of the better shooters on the team. She has really made a presence in that medium range jump shot area. She's not great from long. She can hit them, but she loves those medium range shots, getting the easy 2 points every time.
3 seconds on the shot clock, and Conestoga throws the ball out of bounds. Megan Morris with the turnover, trying to find a man in the post. Megan White hasn't been looking to shoot so far, a minute and a half into this game.
Yeah, still early, though. I'm sure she'll get a few up, but she's looking for the rebound there.
And Megan White jumping on the ground, trying to fight for the rebound. And the referees call a jump ball. It will be Mohawk basketball. Shannon O'Neill will inbound the ball from Mohawk College. And she tries to find Abby Heron. And the ball gets deflected out of bounds by White. O'Neill passes it in to Sam Palkernick. Gives it over to Steph Rymack, but she can't make the outside shot. Megan White will bring the ball up for Conestoga. Conestoga just swinging the ball around, and we have Megan White going to the floor, and she looks a little bit shook up.
Yeah, she definitely is not the player they want to be losing, especially this early in the contest. She seems to be up and fine, though.
They call the foul on Katie Strongman of Mohawk. Conestoga throwing the ball in now, and they call a 5-second violation. Very good defense, inbound defense there by Mohawk.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a mix of defense there and a little bit of hesitation.
Rymack passing it over to Shannon O'Neill, who passes it over to Hunter Johns. And they give it into the post, and an easy layup for Hunter Johns there.
Yeah, and you weren't able to witness the last game here at home for the Mohawk Mountaineers, Baxter, but Hunter Johns was huge in that game. She tore up the inside. She really made her presence known in the paint.
Well, and it seems like they're going to actually have to keep on going to her. She's easily the tallest girl on the court, and that layup just showed. Conestoga trying to find Megan White on the inbounds play. Can't find her. But they pass it out to Megan Morris, who misses the three. Mohawk bringing the ball down after a tough rebound. And a long two by Shannon O'Neill. And a quick lead here. 6-2 for Mohawk College. 7 minutes and 20 seconds left in this first quarter here. 10 seconds on the shot clock for Conestoga. And Megan Morris tried to drive it in with 7 seconds left on the shot clock, and it went off her leg out of bounds. And another shot by Shannon O'Neill. Another long two, they call it.
Yeah, and that one was way nicer than the first one. I thought the first one was good, but that one, she had to get that one off in a hurry, and it kind of just looked like she threw a Hail Mary up, and it just landed. Perfect swish, too.
Jamelia Beckford almost gets caught at half court. Finds Megan Morris down low, and she airballs it. Mohawk with the rebound, bringing it down. Rymack passing it over. Rymack with the long three miss. Jamelia Beckford bringing the ball down. Trying to drive in on Rymack, and Rymack stops her with the good defense there. Megan Morris putting up the shot, and she misses. Outlet pass to Pockernick, who makes the nice layup. 10-2 for Mohawk College. 6 minutes left in this first quarter.
Yeah, good job on the assist and good job on the finish on the fast break point there for Mohawk.
After every time that Conestoga's missed, Mohawk has just been trying to fast break.
Well, intensity, definitely one of the things that they're going to be working on here. Had the chance to speak to Kevin Duffy before the game, head coach of the Mountaineers, and he definitely struck on intensity as one of the bigger parts of the game here tonight. And he said that they had done. He said that even in the warm-up, it seemed like they weren't really feeling it, like they weren't going full on. He wanted to see a little bit more intensity coming into this game.
As a wild layup by Megan Morris gets put up. Offensive rebound, and there's a foul call on Megan White, and she will be going to the line for 2 shots. Substitution being made by both teams. Jasmina Kucic coming in for Mohawk. And Megan White making the first free throw there. She's really going to have to get it going. As she makes the second. Shannon O'Neill passing it over to Jasmina Kucic, who passes it over to Monica Batnick. And a tough layup put up there by Abby Heron. There was some contact there, but she ends up fighting through it and putting the layup in. What a shot. Megan White now trying to find something. Ball over to Megan White again, who passes it into the post to Jamelia Beckford, who just can't get the bucket. Mohawk fast breaking again. O'Neal passing it in to Jasmina Kucic. What a pass there by Shannon O'Neal.
Yeah, tight spot to get it through there. And a mix of luck and skill.
Oh, and what a steal by Jasmina Kucic, who gets the breakaway layup. Just anticipating that pass there.
Defense to offense, all with one player.
Megan White. Jazzy Folger passing it into Beckford. Beckford pulls 2 spin moves, puts up a jump shot, and just hits the front rim. And they find a jump. They call it a jump ball there. I thought it was a shot clock violation, but they just called it a jump ball.
Yeah, Conestoga's going to burn a
Talking over
timeout here. Yep.
16-4 for Mohawk College.
Look at Mo the Hawk go there. He always comes to pump the crowd up. He loves the fans. The fans love him. We got to look at first-year coach there, Dee Channer. She's said they're a young team, but a lot of work to do, but she plans on doing that work herself and helping this team grow.
16-4 for Mohawk College. And like I was saying before, seems Conestoga only has 7 active players that they can play tonight.
Yeah, they're missing four players off their lineup.
Mohawk realizes that, and I think that's why they're fast breaking, just trying to tire Conestoga out so that they're just dead come halftime.
It doesn't even matter at that. Yeah, it doesn't even matter at that point, because if you wear these players out, they can't change. They don't have enough players to physically get on and off the court to give everybody a break. I'm thinking Megan White's going to need to pull some extra weight. She's probably going to have a lot of minutes on the court here tonight.
Mohawk fast breaking again. And an outside shot put up by Lauren O'Grady, but she just can't get it. White. Anna Kelly passing it over to Megan Cole. 5 seconds on the shot clock. And a strong shot put up there by Anna Kelly. Gets the layup to go. O'Neal over to Butnick. Passes it over to Abby Heron. And Butnick almost gets that 3 to drop. Just rattles in and comes right back out. Megan rebounds it, bringing the ball down. Dishes it off to Folger, who thought she got fouled there on that layup. Talking to the referee, but just can't get the call. Both teams making substitutions.
Yeah, and taking a look here, we got a quick stoppage at Conestoga's keys to the game. They were pretty simple. First one, taking care of the ball, limiting turnovers, and making sure you make the smart play. Conestoga kind of having a hard time at that early on. They've had a couple bad turnovers. There's a bad turnover for Mohawk.
Just as you were saying.
Yep.
Hunter Johns tries to find her teammate and just throws it right out of bounds, deflected off her hands. White finds Beckford in the post, who finds Anna Kelly, who tries to put up the layup, and she can't get it to go. Mohawk bringing the ball down again. 2 minutes left in this first quarter. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Lauren O'Grady turning the ball over. Megan White with the steal. Who's trying to find the open man now. White driving in, trying to do it herself. Can't get a lane. So Conestoga swinging the ball around. Beckford in the post now. Tries to put up the strong post move and just can't get that one to go. Offensive rebound. Comes out to Anna Kelly, who can't get it go. Back to Beckford. 3 offensive rebounds there for Conestoga. And even though they're down men, they are hustling.
Yeah, and that was another thing that Kevin Duffy talked about earlier, was the fact that in prior games, they had no leadership. So players were basically just kind of standing around waiting for other people to make those plays, like those rebounds, and they're just giving their opponents way too many chances on the offensive floor.
And a long 3 put up there by Jazzy Folger. I don't know if she called the bank on that one, but it doesn't matter.
No, counts the same, Baxter.
Let's see if Mohawk can answer with a 3 of their own or just a bucket. And there's a long 3 as Steph Rymack tries to answer with a 3 of her own, gets her own offensive rebound, and puts up a nice layup. Rymack. And that's the player that Mohawk wants to get going to for this game. Sam Parkernick getting substituted in now for Lauren O'Grady.
Yeah, and speaking of all these substitutions, you know who hasn't been substituted in? I'm very surprised, and I might be biased towards this player. I don't know, but the hustle stats are outstanding. Lauren Dubois hasn't seen any court time so far yet tonight. That's really weird to me because she usually spends most of the first quarter or first half, too, on the court kind of tiring out opponents. And for the game plan really is to tire out Conestoga. Wouldn't you have her on the floor? Because she never stops running with that ball.
Well, you would think so, but maybe there has to be a reason for it. I think Mohawk has a plan. Maybe they might put in a full new lineup starting in the second quarter. We'll wait and see. Mohawk missing the buzzer beater there as Mohawk goes up into the break 18-11.
Yeah, pretty decent quarter there. Mohawk got out to a pretty big lead at 16-6 there at one point, but Conestoga did come back a little bit. They still have some more work to do if they want to get back into this before the half, but they're definitely in shooting distance.
I think they're just trying to keep it somewhat respectable until the end of the game, because if it gets out of hand too early, I don't think they have the manpower and the substitutions to even try to make a comeback if they get down too much. So
I see your point there, considering, because Mohawk would be able to just roll their lines, and you would never be – it's like you'd be playing a fresh group, and you'd just be dead, basically. You would be so tired.
I think if they can keep it within 10 points by the time they get into the last quarter, then I think they'll have a shot in this game.
Mohawk definitely not going to want to let them have that shot, though. If they have anything to say about it, they'll be putting this game well out of reach before the half is over. Easier said than done, though. They want to have any chance, they're going to have to pick up that field goal percentage in that. They went 1 for 1 on the 3, and it was just the one from Folger. Other than that, 4 for 18 overall are the Condors in that quarter. That's an awful percentage.
No, and some of those shots that they have put up just seem really, really forced. Like they could be taking a lot more time. Use the whole shot clock to get a
game
clean
down.
shot.
I don't understand why they're not doing that too. You have less players than your opponents. Why wouldn't you slow the game down?
Well, I think that's probably something that the coach talked to them during that break. So
we'll see if it takes effect. We'll see if that was the discussion.
Mohawk starting the quarter with the ball now. Rymack has the ball at the top. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Let's see if they'll get a clean shot here. Rymack trying to find a man, and she finds Kucic, who puts up the shot. She airballs it, but an offensive rebound there by Daskew. Megan Morris of Conestoga trying to lead a fast break of her own.
Yeah, and Kucic had been, sorry to cut you off there, Baxter. Kucic had been 2 for 2 up to this point in the game, but she came out here, missed that one, so she's now 2 for 3.
Daskew passes it in the corner for Rymack, who drills the long two. And that's the second long two of the game for her. Just a couple more inches outside, and those would be threes. 22-11 for Mohawk. White with the ball. And they just get over the timeline there. Oh, and Conestoga almost, and they do turn the ball over. Rymack passing it over to Hunter Johns. And she drives in and misses the wide open layup. She's shaking her head. She knows that she should have made that one.
Yeah, that was a really nice move to get that much space on the layup, but she kind of just missed that one.
Folger trying to put the ball in for Conestoga, misses that one. Not a strong take there by Hunter Johns. She wanted the foul call there, but she couldn't get it. But Jasmina Kucic puts it in. If Conestoga really wants a chance, they're going to have to get something going right now. As Jasmina Beckford tries to put it up for, oh, and Beckford put up a shot, missed, and then stole it from the offensive player as White puts up a long three. Can't get that one to go.
Yeah, and the score usually is affected by the amount of rebounds you can get, but so far here tonight, that's not really mattered. In the first quarter alone, Conestoga put up 15 total rebounds versus Mohawk's 8. But at the end of that quarter, Mohawk was up by a pretty decent margin, and they're up by more now.
Conestoga just hasn't been able to capitalize on the offensive end. They're putting up a lot of shots, but as you can see at the end of that first quarter, they were 4 for 18. So the efficiency is not there. And like I was saying before, they were just forcing a lot of shots. They weren't good looks, just trying to turn it around and shoot fadeaways. But
that was a really nice play. Mohawk getting a couple good rebounds there, trying to get back on track in that category. As there's a really nice steal.
Shannon O'Neill with the poke from behind. And Abby Heron thought that it was off the Conestoga player. And it'll be Mohawk or Conestoga basketball. White. Mohawk running a press. Just trying to put Conestoga out of it really, really early. White passing it into the post to Katie Watson, who puts up the jump shot and makes it. Hopefully they can get going after that jump shot. They need a stopper right here. And Rymack puts up a three and misses that one. Maybe if it was a long two, it would have went in. White calling the play as she brings the ball up. Passes it over to Folger. She tries to find Megan Morris in the post. There's Morris, outside, shoots a three, and she hits back rim. Can't get that one to go. Hunter Johns brings it up, passes it over to Shannon O'Neill, who can't get the three to go. But Hunter Johns can get the layup to go.
Yeah, and that's one of the few misses here for Shannon O'Neill. She's been really, really good, taking smart shots and taking a lot of smart shots, and she's put up some pretty solid points so far.
Sam Pakernick being sneaky there and pokes the ball out from behind. Turnover from Conestoga, and it'll be Mohawk basketball. Substitution being made by Conestoga.
Yeah, and she's been a pesky player here tonight, Pakernick.
Pakernick with the basketball, passing it over to Hunter Johns. Rymack. And Pakernick puts up the three, hits the front rim. Can't get it to go, but Abby Heron gets the offensive rebound. Gets poked out of bounds. It'll remain Mohawk basketball. O'Neill passes it into Rymack, who puts up the quick three. Just can't get that one to go. I think it grazed the rim.
Yeah, and I think she had a little bit better shot at that than she really had. She got the ball quickly, and she thought she had everyone caught off guard, but it didn't really matter because she was standing about 1.5 feet outside the 3 line.
Conestoga breaking the press. White can't get that three to go. Beckford gets stripped on the shot.
Yeah, is that a blocker?
Johns.
Is that a block or a steal?
Passing it over to Shannon O'Neill, who makes the long two. They're making all their long twos, but missing a lot of their threes.
Yeah, I don't know what's got them all unfocused once they get on beyond that line. It's like they know they're going for the three. Shannon O'Neill could hit one from 2 inches inside the three, but you can't seem to sink one from outside it.
Conestoga just getting 3 and 4 rebounds right in a row. Jamelia Beckford thought she got fouled. Speaking to herself, speaking to the referees. Another substitution being made by Mohawk.
It's important to note that Mohawk's taken a pretty commanding lead at this point here, 30-13. And like you said earlier, Conestoga's not going to want to get down by too much because they don't really have the manpower to get back. And it kind of seems like that's kind of happening right now.
4.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Yeah, it's 30-13. Mohawk basketball. O'Neill inbounding the ball, trying to find a man, and she finds Abby Heron, who dishes it out to the first time we're seeing this player this game. Maddie Darling checking in.
Yeah, and obviously our guess of maybe them taking a fresh set in the second quarter really didn't happen. They still got most of the same players that they had out there in the first quarter, and it's working for them. So I don't know why they changed.
Even though Mohawk is up 30-13, they're still trying to full court press and just put Conestoga right out of this game.
Well, maybe Kevin Duffy did get it through to them that they need to step up that intensity because they do, like you said, they seem hungry. Even with this big lead, they seem like they want to put it up by more.
Seems like 30-13 isn't that big of a lead to them right now. They want to make it bigger.
Let's see if they can make it bigger here, Baxter.
Beckford trying to post up. And they call a blocking call on Jasmina Kucic of Mohawk. The inbounds play, trying to get into Megan White at Conestoga, and the ball gets tipped out. Mohawk putting up the three, and they can't get the three to go. Shannon O'Neill. Jazzy Folger of Conestoga checking in for Megan Cole. White trying to break the press, and she gets it tipped, and it goes out of bounds. It'll remain Conestoga basketball. And they called a
backcourt violation, I believe.
Backcourt violation.
But then like the ball rolled out of bounds, so they had waited. So now all of a sudden,
but I don't.
Yeah, they're upset because the call was made after the ball had rolled. Like they said that it obviously should have been made as soon as the ball crossed half court. A little bit of confusion here, but
Well, I thought the ball was tipped, so I don't think the backcourt violation should have even been called. But.
Well, anyways, Maddie Darling inbounding this one.
And what a cut there by Abby Heron, but she just can't get the layup to go. Offensive rebound by Heron, and she puts it back up and in. Mohawk just taking it to Conestoga right now.
19-point lead up to this point.
32-13 for Mohawk. There's 3 minutes and 15 seconds left in the second quarter till halftime. 8 seconds on the shot clock. And Folger trying to put it up for Conestoga, and they can't get it to go. Long three put up by Abby Heron, and she can't get it to go. Another three put up by Mohawk. And Shannon O'Neill can't get a three to go either.
Yeah, not a good foul there. Going to give them the chance at a three-point play here after kind of just a miscue. Almost just pushed her as she was taking a shot.
And there's a timeout here on the court by Conestoga Condors.
We're going to swap over here to some highlights as we're going to be taking a look at some Mohawk offense. And Mohawk has been outstanding on the passing game here tonight. Their shots have been looking really good, especially those deep twos, but the assists have been huge. The passing plays very noticeable for Mohawk. And here are those passing plays you can see on display.
Abby Heron taking it in, and she's doing work by herself. She's getting a lot of rebounds by herself, finding the open man. She's just doing everything for Mohawk tonight.
Yeah, and I was surprised. I was expecting Hunter Johns to more be that inside presence, but I think that accounts to the depth of this Mohawk squad. We haven't seen Lauren Dubois on the court tonight, and it seems like every single night this team plays, a different person can step up and really make a difference.
Well, I think especially because of the score, it's 34-13 for Mohawk. I think Mohawk is just trying to get their, I guess, less experienced players some playing time to get them more experience.
Yeah, but they're not really going with a young, unexperienced. They still got the veterans, and sure, Maddie Darling's playing right now, but she's played some decent time as well this season. Batnick, it's a classic. You're going to see Rymack out there. You're going to see O'Neill out there all the time. So they haven't really looked for their normal bench players. It's just so hard because they have multiple players on the bench that are just as good. And look at that play.
Mohawk still full court pressing. And there's a holding call on Daskew. Still full court pressing here. Just putting Conestoga out of the game right here. And Megan White crosses Lauren O'Grady over, makes her fall. Puts up the three, but she can't get it to go.
Yeah, that will go on the highlight reel for her for sure, Baxter.
Butnick getting the rebound. Passing it into Lauren O'Grady, who passes it over to Daskew. Megan White with the steal, and she goes in for the wide open layup, and she can't get the layup to go. She wants that one back.
Yeah, just let that one roll off the finger just a little bit too much there, Baxter, and she looks disappointed in herself.
She really wants that one back. 2 minutes and 4 seconds left in the second quarter. 35-13 for the Mountaineers. And a long three put up by Conestoga's Megan Morris, and that's nothing but net.
Yeah, beautiful shot, but they're going to need a couple more of those if they want to come back in this game.
White with the rebound. Let's see if Conestoga can go on a little run here to go into halftime. Try to make it somewhat respectable.
Yeah, and they've had stints of really good offense. But they haven't been able to keep it going for an extended period of time.
And White gets fouled on the drive. 2 shots for White. As she makes the first one. White makes the second one. Substitution being made here by Conestoga.
Yeah, and White will move to 4 for 4 at the free throw line here tonight. She hit 2 in the first quarter, and that's her second opportunity right there. She nails both of those.
Jamelia Beckford coming out for Conestoga. And that's a surprise because she's been a pretty big factor for them on the rebounding side of the ball.
You'd almost expect her to get a couple more opportunities from.
I think she must have. I think I've counted like 5 or 6 offensive rebounds herself this game alone, just in this half.
Yeah, that's what's surprising to me. There's still a lot of basketball to be played here. That she could put up some really good stats by the end of this one.
Oh, and a nice backdoor cut by Jasmina Kucic. She gets fouled. She's going to be going to the line for 2.
Yeah, she might have helped that one a little bit, but there's definitely contact on it, and she'll go to the line for 2 on this one.
And that one is good. Kucic, second shot. And that one's good as well. Minute and 16 seconds left in this first quarter. White bringing the ball up once again for Conestoga. Passes it to Katie Watson, who passes it down in the post for Megan Cole, but she can't get the layup to go. So we have Butnick from Mohawk bringing the ball up. Passes it over to O'Grady, who crosses over. Finds Daskew, who drives in herself, puts up the left-handed finger roll layup, and gets that one to drop.
Yeah, that one was real pretty there, Baxter.
That, I think, went like a foot or 2 above the backboard. That one was real high.
15 seconds separates the shot and game clock, but that won't matter.
Megan White with the hard layup. 39-20 with 20 seconds left in this first quarter. Or second quarter, sorry. Oh, and there are bodies going to the floor. White is on her back, wincing. Players around to see if she's okay. She's getting up, looks to be fine. Just shaking it off. And they actually call the foul on White. She's wincing in pain. So we have Bodnick going to the free throw line for 2 shots for Mohawk. And she can't get the first one to go, hits the back rim. And hits the front rim on the second one. So Conestoga driving down. And they call an offensive foul on Megan Morris.
Yes, just a hard foul there, too.
Yeah, she just got that forearm up trying to do a spin move around. But you can't put your forearm up like that.
Well, she would have been able to keep her feet moving. She might have had a better opportunity, but
6 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, and Megan White with the steal puts the running layup up, and she hits it at the buzzer. Megan White going into halftime with the teardrop layup.
yeah, she used all of the time available there, and she just, like you said, raindrop right into the net to give them a little bit of, they have a shot at this one, only down 17. I say only.
39-22 for Mohawk as we go into halftime here. Well, you know what? Conestoga doesn't look too flustered right now. I mean, their coaches are, I think they're looking at themselves and they're saying, well, we're doing almost all we can do to try to stay in this game. Like at the beginning of this game, I remember like they only have 7 players playing for them, so they're going to try to do all they can and just conserve energy to and still try to get back into the game.
Yeah, let's see if they get well rested after that, after this little break that we have here. And we hope you'll join us for the second half of action. We'll be back in just a moment here on M-Link. Hello and welcome back here. So we're just about to get underway in the second half here, but before we do, we're going to take a look at the stats from that first half and what a good half it was for Mohawk. Maybe not in the three-pointers, but everywhere else was pretty good.
And for Conestoga, they're shooting 8 for 32. They are just over 25%, and they're going to want to do a lot better than that in this half. It just seems like they're just forcing a lot of shots that they're not good looks, but they're forcing a lot of shots.
Yeah, and if you're Mohawk, you want to try and pretend like that's on your defensive game so far here, but it really hasn't. They just haven't moved the ball that well. They've forced themselves into tight situations. Like you said, forced shots that they really shouldn't have.
But even though they do have a lot of missed shots, they're out-rebounding Mohawk in offensive rebounds, 14-11. So they are getting there. They're just those second chance points just still aren't dropping.
Yeah, but that's not. They didn't have too many rebounds in the second quarter, so that went down. So they're going to try and reestablish that inside dominance that they had in the first quarter.
As Pockernick makes a layup.
Yeah, and now she follows that up with some strong defense.
And another interesting fact, if Steph Rymack makes 4 more threes, then she's going to have the most threes in OCAA women's basketball history in one season.
Yeah, single season record, and you can tell that they're trying to feed the ball to her and out there. She's 0 for 6 tonight. Maybe she obviously knows about the stat. She obviously probably knows how close she is.
I think she does too. That's why she's already shot 6 threes in the first half. So we'll see if she can hit 4 more in this game. But we'll go back to action. Jamelia Beckford of Conestoga makes the layup. So we have Rymack bringing the ball up now. Passes it to Pockernick, who can't get the layup. Megan White with the rebound, bringing the ball up for Conestoga. Rymack playing tough defense. Gets White to pick up her dribble, but she dishes it off to Megan Morris.
And you touched on a moment there for a second, but the field goal percentage just plain awful. There's not a single player on this Conestoga team that's really had a good night. Like 1 for 3, is that considered okay in the first half? Like that's what Jamelia Beckford sitting 2. It was 2 for 11 through that first half, so they need to really step it up. And Pockernick's been stepping it up in this game so far. She's been playing really well.
White bombs it down to Katie Watson, who puts up the layup, and she gets fouled by number 13, Abby Heron of Mohawk. Katie Watson shooting 2. 43-26 for Mohawk College. She misses the first free throw. See if she can make the second one here. Watson. And she gets that one to roll in.
Yeah, that was her first opportunity of the night. She was 1 for 4 for the from field goal range. At least she's picking up some points there.
We got Abby Heron with the strong move there.
Man, she ever come out to play here tonight? There's another example.
There she is again, Abby Heron with back-to-back layups.
Yeah, and a smart play there, Pockernick just waiting for the perfect time to throw that little dish underneath. The bounce pass was perfect, and an easy layup.
And Mohawk just not letting up on the pressure at all. They're still running a full-court press, and they're up by 20.
Yeah, and I want to say I'm not sure why, but why not? Just keep going.
Well, it's to send a message not only to Conestoga but to the rest of the league. Even if we're up by 20, 5, 10, 20, it doesn't matter. We're not going to let up, and we're going to play the best basketball we possibly can.
Well, 2 weeks ago, this Mohawk squad was 13-1. Now they're 13-3. Still a great record, but they kind of slipped, and especially they played a really tough game against Humber. They felt like they deserved it. The Humber best team in the country, arguably. So Mohawk definitely stepping up their game in that one, but not really having the confidence.
I think they were down by 8 to Humber with 4 minutes left in that game.
Yeah, and they had a shot at it. It did slip away throughout the end, but I'm telling you right now, if you're Mohawk, you should be buzzing after that game, even with a loss. And it really doesn't. It didn't really feel like through the first little bit of this one that they really were into it. But the full court press continued, and they've kind of just been dismantling the Condors here tonight.
Oh, and what a fake pass on the drive there by Hunter Johns. Fakes the pass to Abby Heron and puts up the layup. Conestoga just trying to get something going, and they call it a jump ball. Conestoga basketball substitution being made by both teams there.
Yeah, Cole and Kelly will come in for Conestoga. And Pockernick will come off for Mohawk. Looking for Lauren Dubois out there, but I still don't see her.
Well, we just got word that she's actually out this game with a hand injury. So that's why we haven't been seeing her, and we will not see her for the rest of this game. And so we wish her a quick recovery.
Well, that's about the only explanation that made sense in my mind.
White with the ball up at the top for Conestoga. She tries to find Beckford in there, gets a tip. And a turnover there by Conestoga. Rymack passing it up, and a 3 put up by Shannon O'Neill. Oh, and it's not a 3. They call it another long 2. And I don't know how many times they've thought they've had a 3, but it's just been a long 2.
Yeah, and this game would be even more out of hand if even half of those long 2s were 3s.
Megan Morris with a nice layup for Conestoga. Rymack with the ball. Passing it out again to Shannon O'Neill, who can't get the ball to go on that one. Johns puts it up, misses. And there's another offensive rebound by Maddie Darling, but she can't get the layup to go. White for Conestoga, putting up, and they call a charging call on White. And I think she knows. She's shaking her head. She knows she should have slowed down on that one and just took a quick pull-up jump shot instead of trying to drive through the lane. O'Neill passing it over to Darling. Gives it over to Kucic, who gives it back to O'Neill. 3 put up by Darling there. She can't get it to go. As Jamelia Beckford tries to fast break. Gives it to White. White calling out a play here. Megan Cole. Cross-court pass to Megan Morris.
That's got to be a travel. Yeah, and it will be.
They call a traveling call. And Megan Morris does not agree with that as she just laughs at the referee.
I don't know what she really expected. Did she count her steps, or was she looking for a foul call there? I'm not too sure. Not too sure what's going through her mind.
Botnick. Shannon O'Neill can't get the 2-foot layup to go. I think she just got excited because of how open she was.
Yeah, almost like deer in the headlights there. You're not too sure. You're like, why is this happening?
3.5 minutes left in this third quarter. Mohawk is 55, Conestoga 31. Shannon O'Neill with a nice pass to Jasmina Kucic, who puts up the fast break layup. 57-31 for Mohawk College. White with the ball up at the top. Passes it down low to Anna Kelly, who passes it down to Beckford, and she gets it stripped. O'Neill with the ball, passing it over to Hunter Johns, who puts up the layup. She can't get it to go. Beckford with the layup, gives it to White, and White bringing the ball up.
Yeah, I think Johns was expecting contact there, and she's a little bit surprised when she didn't get it. Great steal there. Almost just a pass
Shannon
right to O'Neill.
With the spin move, and she puts it up with the left hand. Conestoga does not like that at all. They're going to call a timeout so they can talk it over. 60-second timeout here for Conestoga. And you can just tell that Conestoga is just getting really, really tired. They only have 2 subs. So you can just see the fatigue on their faces. They're trying as hard as they can, but Mohawk just continuing to put on the full court press, even knowing that they're that tired. 59-31 for Mohawk College.
And that was such a great shot that Shannon O'Neill had. We're going to get a second look at it. It was beautiful. She caught the pass right. It was a pass to Conestoga, but she took it as her own, made a little spin move.
That. That's pretty. You can tell she works on that one.
Oh, 100%. You know, she's pulling that move in practice on the teammates.
As both teams come out onto the court now. Conestoga, let's see if they can finish out this last 2.5 minutes of this third quarter. Get something going. White. And Mohawk continuing with the press. Anna Kelly giving it over to White, who calls the play, asking for a screen.
Yeah, doesn't get one there, though.
Gives it over to Folger. And pass intercepted by Abby Heron, who takes the strong layup, and she can't get it to go. Diving to the ground, jump ball. Another jump ball. Both teams being physical. Just putting their bodies on the line to get the basketball.
Yeah, and I've noticed that a lot of this Mohawk team is they fight for those, and they seem to get a lot of jump balls. They're not always in their favor, but they're always working to try and give themselves the opportunity to get that ball back. Even with this huge lead, they're still fighting.
And a backcourt violation by Conestoga. The full court press by Mohawk has just been successful for them all game, and they have no reason to go away from it right now.
No, and they know that they're up by a decent margin, but they definitely don't want to sit on that lead. We're still in the third quarter. There's still time left. We're going to see if Mohawk can extend this lead, or if Conestoga can kind of just make it a little bit more respectable. If that's the nicest way to put it.
Botnick with the ball up at the top for Mohawk. Gets the screen. And they call a push on White. Trying to fight through the screen, and she just runs. Runs right through Botnick.
Yeah, and Megan White's going to have to look to slow down on those fouls. She's had a couple in this quarter alone. She hasn't had too many throughout the game, only 3, but should definitely have to watch herself.
Pockernick with the layup.
I couldn't imagine Conestoga really being able to afford to have someone foul out in this game.
White bringing it up, dishes it over. And Megan Morris can't get the ball to go, but an offensive rebound by Jazzy Folger and a layup. And they call a blocking call on Megan White. And I think that's her 4th foul of the game. So they're going to play it safe and take her out with 55 seconds left in this third quarter. 61-33 for Mohawk. Pockernick. Botnick. With the nice pass down to Lauren O'Grady, but she can't get the layup to go. 40 seconds left in this third quarter. Conestoga trying to get something going here. Anna Kelly. And she tries the crossover, goes off some feet and over to Jamelia Beckford. Another offensive rebound by Conestoga. And they call a reach-in call.
Yeah, White's going to have to watch it there. I'm not too sure who that was on the Mohawk squad.
That was Lauren O'Grady with the reach-in call there. She's just going to have to settle down. Just let that one go.
Mohawk was trying to argue the call. They thought it was on them, but you gotta watch. You're going to get a technical, and you didn't even get the foul.
3 up and in by Megan Morris of Conestoga. 8 seconds left in this third quarter. Let's see if they can get a bucket here. 3, 2, and a 3 put up and missed by Lauren O'Grady. As we go into the break before the fourth quarter, Mohawk leading this game 61-36.
Yeah, and Conestoga really not giving the effort that they wanted to give here tonight. Mohawk has definitely been the more obviously better team, but I hate putting teams out of it. I hate doing that at any point in the game, and I want to sit here and say Conestoga.
Conestoga just looks really, really fatigued.
Yeah, and
they're just way too tired, and even Mohawk just has so many substitutions that they can make. So even if they don't if Conestoga does go on a little bit of a spurt there, I mean, Mohawk has just got substitutions.
No, they could fill. They could literally just go to the bench and just put on an entire bench line and take all the starters off if they wanted to. Does Conestoga have that option? No, they don't. They have 2 subs.
Well, and their star player, their key player that we were looking at, Megan White, actually has 4 fouls in this game. So
yeah, she's been cold from field goal as well.
If she gets 1 more foul, Conestoga's best player will be out of this game. And then that will only leave them with 1 other sub on the bench.
Taking a look here at the total, the field goal percentage for these 2 teams, Conestoga has raised theirs just by a slim margin. They're at 27, just over 27% through the first through these 3 quarters. You look at Mohawk, 41%. So huge difference there. It's pretty obvious what's going on. But if you look down here, Mohawk, I'm not giving them much credit here tonight. They're 0 for 21 from the 3-point line. 0 for 21. They can hit long 2s all day, but all of a sudden they get by that 3-point line and they have no luck. Maddie Darling's going to be inbounding the ball here whenever we get back under play.
Conestoga actually out-rebounding Mohawk in this game, but they just can't make their second chance points. When they do get those offensive rebounds, they just can't get those second chance points to drop, and that's what they're going to have to fix in this last quarter here.
And Maddie Darling hits that 3.
And what a way to start off the fourth quarter for Mohawk. They're just continuing to press, even going into this fourth quarter.
I'm not sure why you stop, though. Well, I have a pretty good idea why you stop. You're dismantling the other team and putting this game pretty much out of reach, but it doesn't seem to matter for them. They don't want to give Conestoga any breathing room, any sign of life or any momentum in this game. They want to continuously just put more pressure on and build this lead until they feel comfortable with how they've played.
Rymack driving in, she gets fouled. Going to the line for 2 shots. Rymack. And Rymack makes the first one. 9 minutes and 11 seconds left in this last quarter. 65. Make that 66-38 for Mohawk College as Rymack goes a perfect 2 for 2 from the free throw line there. And Rymack almost steals the ball at half court. This press is just working flawlessly. Folger of Conestoga throwing the ball in for Conestoga.
And Baxter, we touched on the keys to the game earlier here as they missed that, as Conestoga misses that one. We touched on the keys to the game earlier. And I think the most important thing here is for Mohawk has been the intensity. Like you said, the full court press, the coach told us that they didn't warm up with any intensity. They didn't seem really like they were into this game at all. But that was completely different as soon as tip-off happened because they just would not stop the full court press. They've been running really well. They haven't shot well from outside, but it doesn't seem to really matter. And it's definitely caused, as well, a lot of redemption. They definitely feel like they got some of that here tonight because after losing those last two games and losing to Humber in a close one, they needed a big win here tonight, and it looks like they're going to get that. Looks like they're going to get it anyways.
And Rymack driving in. She just made the last layup, and she tried to make another one. Drives in, gets fouled, and she's going to the line for 2 shots. Conestoga, head coach, just not happy about what is going on with her team.
Yeah, Dee Channer there, she wanted to at least have a huddle between the referees after that call because there's been several calls that she and the Conestoga bench haven't agreed with, but they haven't even been discussed.
Rymack makes the free throw, goes 2 for 2, 69-38 for Mohawk now, and they get another turnover. Rymack with the steal, and she passes it to Darling at half court. Over to Rymack as she sets up the play. Daskew over to Hunter Johns, and she gives it back to Rymack. Rymack puts up a 3, and she can't get a 3 to go. I think that puts her at 0 for 8 from the three-point line this game. You can tell she just wants to get that record, but it seems like it's not going to happen this game. Not like that.
No, and she's been basically forcing those.
Rymack with the rebound, bringing it up. Passing it over to Johns. Darling, Rymack. Heron sets a screen on Rymack. She tries to. Darling tries to get the offensive rebound and can't quite get it. Folger bringing it up for Conestoga. She gives it to Jamelia Beckford, who gives it over to Megan Morris. Back to Morris. She puts up a tough shot, and she gets it to go in. Rattles around and drops. Seven minutes left to play here in this game. 69-40 for Mohawk. Maddie Darling. She can't get the layup to go. Trying to give it to Rymack, but it gets tipped and goes to Abby Heron, who gets the and one layup. Timeout. Conestoga. 6.5 minutes left in this game. 71-40 for Mohawk College. And I think the head coach of Conestoga is just going to tell her girls just to finish the game out strong. Don't give up.
Yeah, you don't want to roll over no matter what the
just
score
show that
is.
you have heart. Show that you came here to play and you're not just going to give up the game.
Well, you're facing, if you're Conestoga, you're looking at it this way. You're facing one of the better teams in the league. Definitely one of the best teams in the West. And this is an opportunity for you to test your strength, especially with just 7 players here tonight, and maybe try out some different things. There's still some time, like you said, just under 6.5 minutes left here to go. Maybe work towards next game. I know you shouldn't give up on this game, but I think at this point maybe you just face reality and you start to build towards your next game and work towards the future.
Well, let's see if they can use this last 6.5 minutes to correct some of the things that have gone wrong for them the rest of this game. Megan White coming back out on the court for Conestoga. She's got 4 fouls. If she gets one more, she'll be out of the game.
Yeah, they'll be down to 6 players at that point, and it doesn't really matter much now, but
Heron converting on the and one play. Morris bringing it up, putting up the layup herself. Beckford gets it ripped out of her hands by Hunter Johns, who gives it to Heron, who gives it back to Daskew, who can't make the jump shot. White giving it over to Megan Morris. She gives it into Beckford. Beckford takes it, gives it. Watson puts up the layup. She can't get it to go. Johns bringing it up for Mohawk, and she gives it over to Darling. And they call an over and back.
yeah, and kind of just like a difficult call to make if you're the Mohawk player there. Do you touch it? Do you not touch it?
And Mohawk making almost a full lineup substitution. Abby Heron, the only one staying on here.
Yeah, is Shannon O'Neill just coming on now as well, or was she on before?
Oh, no. Okay, there we go. Heron does come off.
So you're right, it will be a brand new look here.
Black ball. Conestoga. Folger throwing it in now for Conestoga. 5.5 minutes left in this game. White giving it over to Morris. She's trying to look into the post. Gives it to Beckford down low. Who gives it out to Jazzy Folger, who can't get the shot to go. Kucic passing it out, and they're just going to slow this play down here. Shannon O'Neill calling out a play. And a long three put up by Daskew. And that one's long. White putting up the tough layup, and she can't get it to go for Conestoga. Conestoga bringing the ball. Let's see if they can get something to go here. Morris trying to find the open man. Beckford out at the three. White puts up the three, and White gets the three to go. O'Neill. Over to O'Grady. Over to Kucic. O'Neill. And Lauren O'Grady just can't get the three to go. But Daskew able to collect that rebound, put it back up, and she gets it to go. 74-43 for Mohawk College. 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in this game. Beckford drives in, dishes it out to Katie Watson, who can't get the three to go. O'Neill. Asks for the screen. And she goes up, gets hard fouled. O'Neill going to the free throw line for two.
Yeah, and she took that one in the neck there, and she looks like she's in some
Jamelia
pain, but she doesn't want to go off.
Jamelia Beckford of Conestoga fouls her pretty hard. Clean foul, hard foul. Jazzy Folger coming out for Megan Cole. First free throw by Shannon O'Neill is no good. Second one is good. As O'Neill now comes out of the game for Monica Botnick. Megan White, Conestoga bringing it up. Beckford giving it over to Morris. Back to White, who tries to put up the layup. Can't get it to go, and she gets her offensive rebound. Puts up the layup, and she gets an and one. Way to stay with the ball there. Way to finish strong, Megan White.
Yeah, she's been perfect from the line so far here tonight. We'll see if she can stay perfect.
And that one just rims right out. O'Grady of Mohawk. And a bunch of things happening underneath the basket. And Daskew finally able to collect the ball and put it in. 77-45 for Mohawk College. Jump ball being called there. It's going to stay Conestoga basketball. Megan Cole passing it in to White. White trying to look into the post. She finally gets it into Katie Watson, who puts it up, tries to go for the bank and can't quite get it. Mohawk breaking down the court now and slowing it up, calling a play. Daskew giving it over to Kucic, who gives it over to Champigny. Jasmina Kucic trying to find the open man and just throws it out of bounds there. Just misjudged the distance on that pass. White, seeing if she can get her team going here. Passes it over to Beckford. Gives it to Megan Cole. Megan gets it right back. Defensive rebound there by Lauren O'Grady. Mohawk just going up the floor slow here. Just trying to take the time. I think they're just trying to run the clock out of this game.
Yeah, they're just trying to work the shot clock in their favor here and use every last second of that before putting up a shot.
Air ball put up there by Daskew. Exactly 1.5 minutes left in this game. 77-45 for Mohawk College. Megan Morris bringing it up for Conestoga here. Passing it over to Megan Cole. Cole trying to find a man. She keeps it herself, drives in the lane, tries to bank it, and she can't get it in. Long outlet pass to Lauren O'Grady. Monica Butnick up at the top. Passing it back door to Daskew, and she can't get it to go. Foul being called, though. Daskew's going to be going to the line for 2 shots. Kucic at the line. Let's see if she can make her second one after the missed first. And the second one drops in. 53 seconds left in this game. Cole over to Morris. Morris almost gets the ball stripped there. Tough defense. Very tough defense being played by Daskew. The foul being called on the pass. Watson tried to pass it off, and she gets fouled. O'Grady with the foul being called there. Jazzy Folger. Give it an into Katie Watson as she gets fouled, and she's going to be going to the line for 2 shots. A lot of aggressive, tough defense being played here in the last minute and a half of this game. Conestoga just not letting up. First free throw for Katie Watson drops in. Second one is good. 37 seconds. Ball being inbounded. Batnick with the ball, passing it over. Daskew with the ball. 23 seconds left in this game, 8 seconds on the shot clock. They're going to have to get one shot up here at least. Shot being put up by O'Grady, and she can't get the long three to drop. And there's 8 seconds left in this game. Three. And what a game there by Mohawk College, finishing that game 78-47. Tough game there by Conestoga. You can tell they were just very fatigued by the end of that game, only having 7 players throughout the entire game to play that game. They out-rebounded Mohawk, but it just wasn't enough. Wasn't enough to come through. Another win for Mohawk, and they go to 14-3. And Mohawk shooting a very good field goal percentage, shooting at over 45%. And Conestoga just couldn't get anything to go. They were shooting just actually under 30% on the game. Just not pretty. The coaches are going to have to talk something over and the next couple practices on things to be able to improve on.
Yeah, I'm good. Hey, I'm here with Shannon O'Neill. It was a big win. After 2 tough losses, you guys get back in the win column. How does that feel?
It feels great. 2 losses for us is kind of rare, so we just want to come out with some fire and just kill it and get the W.
You guys heading towards playoffs now. What's the mentality becoming like, especially in the locker room? Is it getting a little bit more serious?
We're really trying to focus on working on the stuff that we're doing in practice. So in the next couple, 3 games that we have next, we just want to practice everything so we're ready for the OCs.
Well, thank you very much for your time, and great win here tonight.
All right, thank you.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us, and welcome to OCAA men's basketball. We are here with Mohawk College Mountaineers versus the Conestoga Condors, and I am Stephen Baxter, and I'm here with Cody Lake. And tell us about tonight's matchup.
Well, Baxter, last time these two teams played, Mohawk won by a stunning over 20 points. So Conestoga is definitely going to want to look to maybe get a little bit of redemption here. We used that word in the female game. We're going to use it again. They're going to look for a little bit of redemption, try and get their way and find a way to win this one, where Mohawk is going to want to keep that confidence they have against the Condors and not let up any of the pressure.
Today's keys to the game, Mohawk, they're going to be focusing on defensive sets, switching it up from a 2-3 zone to man-to-man, maybe some 3-2, full court press, half court press, just switching it up and working on that transition game. And that's also something that Conestoga wanted to work on as well.
Yeah, they wanted to find the holes in the zone defense. So they're going to be looking for, not mixing it up in defense, but they're going to be looking for those holes whenever they do go to zone from man-to-man. We're going to see how that works out.
Conestoga also said that they want to compete on the glass. The head coach said that they haven't been rebounding as well as they could be or should be. So expect some fighting for rebounds on this game. As the tip is good, Mohawk will start off with the basketball. Quick kick out for three. Brayton Lenters goes up. The layup, can't hit it. Lamar Barr gets the offensive rebound, tries to get it back up, gets it stripped. So now we have Conestoga bringing the ball up.
Yeah, it almost looked like he was looking for the foul call there, but that was not gonna. He was not gonna get one on that one. He just plain got it stripped.
Oh. I know. Conestoga just tried to fit a quick little pass in there down low, couldn't get it. So Lamar Barr breaks down the court, gets fouled on the arm. He's going to be going to the free throw line for 2 shots. Lamar Barr is going to be another one to watch in this game. He is one of Mohawk's key players. He's their leading scorer this season, so he's going to try to get it going early.
Yeah, and he has been the leading scorer all season, so eyes usually are on him. He's been a little bit slow of late in the last few games that we've been able to watch him play, but it looks like he's just about to turn that corner and possibly heat back up again.
And Barr cannot make that first free throw. Second free throw is good. We have Glasgow from Conestoga bringing the ball up now. Passing it over to Kabongo. And Glasgow with the hook shot, and he gets it to go. Conestoga's first points of the game. We have Lenters with the ball, giving it over to Barr. Barr driving it, trying to take it himself into 3 people, and he gets it off the glass. Lamar Barr. And there's a quick 3. Parker Mills of Conestoga puts it up early on the shot clock, and he can't get the 3 to go. Lenters takes it in himself, kicks it out, and a 3 put up by Makuna, and he can't get the corner 3 shot to go. So we have Kabongo bringing the ball up.
Both these teams moving very well here so far, Baxter. And that was definitely one of the keys for the games for the teams for both teams, though, as they both said they want to work on their transition game and get those fast break points moving. So we'll see how that works out. If both teams are focusing in on that, then we're definitely in for a very fast-paced matchup.
Lenters puts up the figure roll layup, and he can't get it to go. And it's just over 2 minutes into this first quarter, and it seems like both these teams, their pace is up. It's very up-tempo, just what the coaches wanted them to do.
Yeah, for sure. They're sprinting all over the court. They're moving the ball really fast, and there's a really nice 3 from Conestoga.
Avery Sutton of Conestoga with the 3. Nothing but net. Lenters gets the screen, and Lenters can't get it to go. Benet. Frank Benet with the jump shot, and he can get it to go. So we have Glasgow bring the ball up. Kalora guarding him. Another 3 put up by Conestoga. Kabongo, he can't get it to go. So we have Kalora bringing the ball up. Trying to look for the open man. Over to Barr. He thinks about the 3, and he takes it in strong. And that is a big man layup right there, folks. And he uses his man strength to put that one in. A 3. And Conestoga is just putting up quick shots at the beginning of the shot clock. And they have like 16, anywhere from 16 to 24 seconds on the shot clock. They're just putting up shots. Frank Benet with another jump shot. Mohawk leads this game 9-7 with 6 minutes left in this first frame. Glasgow thought about the pass, didn't get it off. He finally gives it over to Abonze. And Abonze can't get it to go, but the offensive board by Kabongo.
It's a really nice putback there as well.
Lamar Barr taking it in strong, and he gets hit on the arm. And he is fouled by Conestoga, number 6, Avery Sutton. Barr makes the first shot. And Barr cannot get the second shot to go, but he gets his own rebound. Kalora swings it over. And Makuna tries to follow his own rebound, and he gets called for the foul.
And the only thing we haven't touched on from those coaching strategies that we were able to pick up at the beginning of the game, before the game even started, was that Conestoga, you have to remember Conestoga here, Baxter, this is the first time they've actually played a season in the OCAA for basketball. So a very young team. Most of their players are first years. They only have 1 or 2 second years on the entire team.
Well, and you know what? They're so far in this game, they're playing very well. It's only a 1-point game, 10-9, but it seems like this team, from the way they've been playing, has been together for a couple of years now.
Yeah, the communication's definitely been there, and they definitely look like they're working as a unit. We're going to be seeing if they can kind of find an identity here as they go into this season. They end up coming through at the end of the season here. And they're definitely getting to a point where they know the players are going to know each other now. We're into the season. they've definitely grown as a team, and for a team that lost to Mohawk by over 20 points last time, you really see a difference here in Conestoga.
We have Neil Santos checking in, and he's bringing the ball up, gets the screen, and he passes it over to Calero, who gives it out to Kalura. And they call the and one blocking call. Kalura going to the free throw line for one shot. Kalura. And he can make it. Glasgow. And and they are just resetting the shot clock. Substitution coming in. Kamongo coming in for number 21, Parker Mills of Conestoga. So we have Glasgow passing it over to Kabongo. Kabongo finding Glasgow down low, who kicks it out. And Avery Sutton can't get that three to go. Lamar Barr bringing the ball up. Kalura. And he pulls up for three. And he drains it. Kalura for three. And it is 16-9 for Mohawk College. 4.5 minutes left in this first frame.
Yeah, and it was just 10-9 there a moment ago, it felt like. But that three definitely put a little bit of a cushion for Mohawk.
And a nice dish-off pass to Justin Miller of Conestoga, who tries to put that jump shot in. He can't get it to go.
Yeah, Lenters drew the foul there.
Glasgow getting called for the push on the rebound. We have...
Yeah, Trey called them the big boys, our resident announcer. And they definitely are the big boys. Dalmage out there.
We have John Dalmage coming in for Mohawk.
And along with him was Noah Worth.
Clora dishes it off to Santos up at the top, and he slips.
Yeah, both Dalmage.
Calero puts it up for three at the end of the shot clock. He can't get it to go. Tough rebound. Tough rebound taken by Abonze.
Both Dalmage and Worth are both 6'7", Baxter.
And I think they are the tallest people in this game, if I'm not mistaken.
Wellen on...
Zane Wellen on Conestoga is also 6'7". Conestoga. Makesha of Conestoga trying to go up for the layup, and he can't get it to go. Santos passing it over to Kalura. Kalura driving to the baseline. He tries to give it to Calero, and he can't get it to go. Conestoga breaking down the court. Kabongo thought that he got stripped. The referee was not fooled, and it will be Mohawk basketball. Santos bringing the ball up now. Over to Calero. And he gives it off to Dalmage. John Dalmage with the easy layup. Kabongo passing it into Glasgow. Glasgow almost gets blocked by Calero. Just gets it in. Nice layup by Glasgow. Santos giving it. John Dalmage in the corner. Back to Santos. Calero driving it himself, putting in the strong layup. Can't get the and one. He's going to be going to the line for two. Two minutes and 50 seconds left.
Yeah, Matt Buckley, head coach of the Condors, was asking what the difference was in between that contact and the contact made down at the other end of the court in the play just prior to that. Well, the difference was the one was called a foul and the other one wasn't.
Well, the play that was called on the other end of the court, I didn't see any contact. I don't the refs didn't see any contact either. Glasgow the ball just slipped out of his hands and went out of bounds off of him.
Is it one of those moments where, as a coach, you're kind of just more hoping that there was contact than you really, and it's kind of impairing your vision to see that contact?
Calero makes the first. Let's see if he can make this second one. And he does. 2 for 2 from the free throw line for Calero.
He's got a different little style there. He's got only one hand on the ball for most of that until he gets it just about back.
Strong take there by Kabongo of Conestoga. Foul called on John Dalmage of Mohawk College.
Yeah, and the big boys will take some big fouls.
Kabongo going to the free throw line for 2 shots. First one's good. Kabongo goes 2 for 2. And there's a substitution being made. Glasgow coming in, back in. For number 15, Afosa Abonze of Conestoga. Santos bringing the ball up for Mohawk College. 2 minutes to 40 seconds left in this first frame. 20-13 for Mohawk College. Kalura back over to Santos. Calero taking it to the baseline, looking for a man to pass to. And he gets stuffed. They call it jump ball. It's going to be Conestoga basketball. Avery Sutton passing the ball into Stefan Simic. Simic giving it over to Kabongo, and he can't get the jump shot to go. Glasgow collecting the offensive rebound. Foul being called on the arm. He's going to be going to the free throw line for 2 shots. Glasgow. And he makes the first one. Yeah, just looking at the roster here.
Hey, black on hits. Check your top.
They have 13 players on Conestoga that are in their first year. Only one other player's in his second year and another one in his third year. So they are a very, very young team. Bodies flying everywhere. Ball. Santos gives it to Calero. Kalura with the ball at the top now. Giving it over to Santos, who pulls up for a nice jump shot. He can't get it to go. Offensive rebound. Kalura with the ball over to Calero for 3. And he makes the 3. Roman Calero of Mohawk with the nice stroke there. And trying to answer, and they do. Avery Sutton of Conestoga with the answer with the baseline 3 shot. We have Dalmage getting the pass from Calora, and he's going to be going to the line for 2 shots. Substitutions being made. We have Kalura, Calero, and Noah Worth coming out of the game.
Let's see if Dalmage can hit these.
First one is good. Second shot is good. We have a substitution being made. Rakesh Arjun coming in for number 7, Nathaniel Makesha. And the coach thought that there was a foul on that play. No foul being called. Makuna over to Santos, who gives it over to Benet. Benet spinning to the baseline, trying to get the shot, and he gives it over to Lenters, who can't make the three. Santos crossing over. 37 seconds left, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Frank Benet can't get the three to go. They get the offensive rebound, though. Santos giving it to Lenters, who puts up the hook shot, and he can't get it to go. So we have a last shot opportunity for Conestoga. 15 seconds left in this first quarter. They're just going to try to swing the ball around, try to get a clean shot. And they do get a nice shot. What a three by Avery Sutton. What a shot by Sutton. Way to just get the confidence, even with a man in his face. Shoots it with confidence and just drains it. Santos gets fouled. And he's going to be going to the line for 2 shots. They are now in bonus.
Yeah, you always want to stay out of bonus in the first quarter. You want to stay out of bonus in every quarter. But when you're giving away free points in the first quarter, when you don't really need to be in bonus, there's no real reason for you to be taking that many fouls.
Oh, wow. And Santos misses the second one. But Frank Benet flies in for the offensive rebound, and he gets fouled on the putback. So he's going to be going back to the line for 2 shots. Still 2.2 seconds on the clock. 26 to 21 for Mohawk.
Yeah, and that three-pointer by Conestoga just a moment ago, that put them within 4. And now with these two really kind of bad fouls is all you can really call them. They've given up that opportunity, and if he hits both of them here, that three-pointer will be mute. It doesn't really matter because they've just given those 3 points away.
They're going to reset the shot clock from 2.2 to 1.8. There was no clock runoff after that second missed free throw by Santos, so they're going to take off 0.4 seconds. First free throw is good by Benet. Second one is also good. 1.8 seconds left. Let's see if Conestoga can get a crazy half-court shot. And it is up. Missed shot. 28 to 21 at the end of the first quarter for Mohawk College. And they are looking fine after that first quarter. Conestoga is looking pretty well also.
Yeah, and I think it's important to note that Conestoga's has had a little bit of bad luck so far. A lot of the plays that they haven't converted on were really nice looks, and they were really good passing plays to get to the point they were at. They just kind of missed that easy layup or had a hand in the face and weren't able to cash in on those. So Conestoga really moving the ball around well. I agree. I really like what I've seen from them so far. But to this point, Mohawk is definitely has put a little bit more towards their offensive side, and I think the most important thing, the fast break points they're talking about, and I think Mohawk has had a couple more fast break opportunities than Conestoga, and that's probably been the difference up until this point. Don't be afraid if you have your own keys to the game or key players up until this point. You can always let us know in the comments section below if you're watching on M-Link while the game's going on.
We go to the statistics here. Mohawk College Mountaineers shooting 38% from the field. It's not doing too bad. I mean, I think they do want to be shooting a little bit better than that, but
well, they can't be too upset with themselves because you look at Conestoga and they're shooting 36, just under 37%. So teams really similar. 7 for 19 for Conestoga, 8 for 21 from the field for Mohawk. Mohawk's just had a couple more opportunities. Other than that, these teams pretty well dead even. Rebounds not so dead even though. That's probably one of the bigger stat categories.
Mohawk is destroying Conestoga on the boards. They have 8 offensive rebounds and they have 8 offensive rebounds, 16 rebounds in total, where Conestoga only has 11 rebounds in total.
Yeah, 7 of them, and 7 of those are defensive rebounds, so they only have 4.
Mohawk almost has as many offensive rebounds as Conestoga does total rebounds. And that is something that Conestoga, I think, would want to fix. I think coach spoke with that to them over the break. As we start the second quarter here. Ramel Kalura of Mohawk passing it over to Makuna. Makuna drives baseline, and he goes up strong. No call. As Avery Sutton gets the ball, and he's bringing the ball up. Passing it over to Kabongo. Zane Whalen puts up the layup. He can't get it to go, but an offensive tip by Rakesh Arjun. Nice heads-up play by Arjun there. Kalora over to Barr. Barr looks to drive baseline, and he gets cut off. Passing it over to Braden Lenters, who thinks about the three, and he does take the three. And there's a push. Push from behind on Conestoga's number 14, Zane Wellen. Foul will be on the ground. So Mohawk will be inbounding the ball. Barr inbounding the ball. Passing it over to Braden Lenters, who puts up the three, and he can't get it to go. Amazing rebound by Makuna, who gives it over to Calero, and then he hits the three.
Yeah, and that's his second three of the game, I believe. Been feeling it so far. Let's see if he continues to take those opportunities from deep out, because he was well off the three-point line that time.
Zane Whalen has the ball. Trying to find the open man. Over to Rakesh Arjun, and he gives it to Tapnio of Conestoga. Can't get that layup to go. They get the offensive rebound back. And Kabongo cannot get the shot to go either. Mohawk with the basketball now. Calero puts up the three. He can't get it to go. We have Conestoga bringing the basketball down now. Avery Sutton puts up the jump shot, and he can't get it to go. So we have Mohawk bringing the basketball back down the court. Emmanuel Makuna. Tapnio with the basketball now. Giving it over to Kabongo. Kabongo takes the pull-up jump shot. He can't get it to go. Calero. Lamar Barr takes it to the base. Tries to find the open man. He does. Calero for three, and he can't get it to go. Another offensive rebound by Mohawk. Braden Lenters. And he takes it and one. Braden Lenters with the strong take.
That's what you call a Braden Lenters three-pointer right there. He has the opportunity. He can put that one up if he wants to. He's got the confidence to shoot from outside as well. But right there, he sees that he has a lane. He goes to find it. And when they cut the lane off, he just takes the contact and gets the and one on a good attempt.
33-23 from Mohawk College. 7.25 minutes left in the second quarter. And Lenters converts on that and one and hits a free throw.
Yeah, I almost thought I jinxed him there for a second.
Mohawk College putting in the full court press, and it works. There's some contact on the layup there, no call. So we have Conestoga bringing the basketball up now. Avery Sutton.
It's important to note that Mohawks quickly jumped out to an 11-point lead here, 34-23 into the second quarter.
Arjun can't get the pull-up jump shot to go. So we got Lamar Barr with the pull-up three, and he drains the pull-up three. Lamar Barr.
As he continues to look more into his form, what we're used to seeing out of Lamar. He's been really sharp tonight.
And a full court press. These back-to-back plays have just been working. You can see the frustration on Conestoga's faces. They don't know how to deal with this full court press. Kalura looking for Barr. Kalura with a 3, and that 3 is short. Frank Benet with the offensive rebound and putback for 2 points. And finally, Conestoga able to break the press. And a nice layup.
Yeah,
Nice layup there.
head coach Brian Jonker being really heavy on his team right now, just trying to keep them motivated even though they have a decent-sized lead here.
I mean, it's a 14-point game. Lamar Barr, as he puts up another 3, can't make that one. Strong rebound by Conestoga's Afosa Abonze. But I mean, yeah, 14 points it's still a game. There's still 5.5 minutes left in this quarter. They're just going to have to find some way to cut this lead down before halftime. And a very, very nice spin move by Calero.
And looking back at the women's game earlier today, that might have been the difference maker as the girls wouldn't stop the pressure. You see Mohawk starting to continue that full court press even with the lead, and that was one of the bigger things for the girls. They never stopped that full court press the entire game.
No,
and it was able, and it allowed them to get a monstrous lead. They took that one easily in walking away fashion.
I think the Mohawk coach just watched the girls' game and took notes and decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to do that too.
I can't see why you wouldn't. It seemed to work out pretty well for the girls. Let's see if they continue the full court press on defense.
Crossover jump shot by Mohawk.
Parker, it's a zone. You're in or corner.
There's a foul being called on John Dalmage. Abonze of Conestoga at the line for 2 shots. And he hits back rim on that one. Can't get it to go. Second shot. And he can't get the second one to go either. But the same team fighting for the rebound. And an offensive rebound and bucket put in by Parker Mills of Conestoga. We have Roman Calero going to the free throw line for 2 shots. And he books the first one. And a substitution being made. Nathaniel McKesha of Conestoga coming in. And Calero makes the second one. And they're going to continue with the full court press. Let's see if Conestoga can, in fact, break this. They were having trouble the first couple times, and they do break it.
Yeah, it was a little bit more ease there that time.
Ball tipped. Conestoga swinging the basketball around here. 5 seconds on the shot clock, and the ball was long.
Yeah, they get a reset there, but they're going to have to take a shot here soon.
Sidney Kabongo driving in, trying to take it himself. Offensive putback. Put up by Abonze, and he can't get it to go. So we have Santos bringing it in himself, trying to put up the strong layup, and he puts it in. Santos with the strong layup.
Yeah, he took all that contact, too. He bounced right off of him and ended up just throwing the ball up and getting that nice little layup.
And only being 5'8", it's very hard for him to get up layups like that over defenders that tall.
Yeah, he bounced right off that defender's chest.
But he figures out a way. It's been like that his whole life. He's had to figure out a way to get up shots. Turnover by Mohawk.
Hard contact there, Dalmage, and
Avery Sutton giving the ball over to Makesha, but he can't get the 3 to go. Lamar Barr passing it up to Calero. Calero slows it down, gives it back to Barr. Barr with the crossover, and he can't get the layup to go. Calero, jab step, gives it back over to Barr, who passes it over to Dolmage in the corner, who books the three, and Dolmage gets it to go. The Brantford native. Makesha driving at baseline. Can't get it to go. Kabongo. Kabongo driving it into three guys. Gets the foul call. Dolmage putting his arms up in disbelief. He doesn't know what just happened. Substitution, Avery Sutton coming out for Conestoga's Stefan Simic. Kabongo at the line. And he hits front rim. Can't get the first one to go. Coach tried to make a substitution, couldn't get his man to the table in time, so he's going to have to wait until after the free throw. Kabongo makes the free throw, so substitution being made now. Barr coming out of the game. For Mohawk College's Ramel Kalura. Santos. Giving it over to Noah Worth, and Noah Worth can't get the little jump shot to go. So we have Kabongo of Conestoga. Simic. Kabongo with the crossover on Dolmage. Dolmage isn't going anywhere. Kabongo, and he gets it to go. 2 seconds left on the shot clock, and he hits nothing but net. 2 minutes left until halftime. 48-33 for Mohawk College. Santos driving it in, back out to Kaluro, and it rattles in and out. He can't get it to go. Conestoga fighting for it. And a very strong push and layup by Nathaniel Makesha. Nice way to maneuver around John Dolmage there to get the foul call. He's going to be going to the line for 2 shots. Makesha makes the first one. Makesha makes the second. And Conestoga calling the timeout with 1 minute and 50 seconds left of the half. 49-35. 48-35 for Mohawk College.
You need glasses, my friend.
I think so. The tempo has been up for both teams so far, but Mohawk just that much more. Both teams seem to be getting up good shots here. Dolmage, as you can see, with the nice layup there.
Yeah, ball movement has been a key, though, as well. The assists coming in plenty. Lots of assists coming right in this highlight reel package. And a lot of good moves, like you said, in the post and getting in the paint. There's Lamar Barr's big three.
Whenever Conestoga has been playing the man-to-man defense and Mohawk's players have been trying to drive in the lane for layups, it kind of seems like Mohawk's players are getting to the hoop very easily. I think Conestoga needs to step up their defense just a little bit more. Maybe double on the baseline. Switch up their defensive sets a little bit.
And wasn't that what they talked about going into this game?
That's exactly what they were talking about going into this game. So I think maybe switch to something else right now. 13-point game. Minute and 50 seconds left. Santos gets a screen by Dolmage. Dolmage gets the balls back. Dolmage puts up the three and hits front rim. He can't get it to go.
Yeah, Dolmage was looking for his second three of the night. I'm not too sure how many times this season that he's gotten multiple 3-point games, but
Noah Worth putting his body on the line. Goes down, gets a foul call on him, and they get the ball back.
yeah, it sounds like it was worth it.
Santos.
It took you a moment, didn't it?
Calero puts up the jump shot, and he gets it to go.
Do you not like my puns, Baxter?
Minute and 20 seconds left in this half. Strong take.
Good take, close.
Dolmage, cross-court pass to Calero. Over to Calero to Santos. Santos, pump fake. Back over to Calero, who puts up the three. He can't get it to go. Offensive board by Dolmage. Calero puts it up again, and he gets the little 5-foot hook shot to rattle around and drop in.
Yeah, just under a minute here to go. 52-35. Mohawk over Conestoga.
Makesha driving in, putting it around the back. He slips and falls over, gets it over to Kabongo, who puts up the jump shot and makes the jump shot. 38 seconds left in this half, 52-37 for Mohawk College. Santos gets a screen on both sides, gives it over to Dolmage, who's out at the three. Calero, Santos. Santos can't get the three to go. The ball goes out of bounds. 17.4.
And I'm surprised by that one right there. Santos usually wouldn't miss, especially when he's that open.
And 17 seconds left before the half. Conestoga calling a timeout to draw up a play, see if they can get a nice bucket going into half. Mohawk just looking in the groove right now, looking good as a team, talking it over. The coach seems to be very impressed with the sets and the things that they're doing.
Yeah, you can see Brian leaning over there, and he has very little to be mad about in that first half so far. In the first half, I should say, from his team, because they played pretty well overall. They've had a better field goal percentage than their opponents. They've out-rebounded their opponents. So not too much you can be upset with, but definitely some things they're going to want to work on, and they definitely want to keep the pressure up, not let Conestoga get back into this game.
End of the timeout. Conestoga basketball. Simic.
They're running a play here. Let's see what they'll do.
Oh, Calero tipping the ball, and it will remain Conestoga basketball. 3.4 seconds on the clock. Let's see if they can get something. In the corner. John Dolmage with the hold. And they have a foul to give, so they will be inbounding the ball on the side. 2.2 seconds left on the clock. Let's see if Conestoga can get a bucket here going into half.
Well, they'll need a quick release
Cross-court
here.
pass, Simic, and he books it. What a shot. Stefan Simic going into the half, drills the three. Conestoga needed that one.
Yeah, they barely had any time to get that one off, and, well, he didn't just get it off. He drained that one. Nothing but net on the buzzer beater.
52-40 for Mohawk College. We are going into halftime. Please join us and come back on M-Link.
We got the game going on here.
Come. You're on. They fuck.
Sorry about that. We're going to get back to the action here in the second half. Little miscommunication on our part here.
Lamar Barr. Okay, Mohawk basketball on the baseline here.
Here we go, touch flag. Post, ball.
Kalura
Now.
with the ball at the top. Looked off at Lamar Barr, but decided to keep it himself. Went up for the layup. He got fouled. Going to the free throw line for 2 shots.
Right? We need the helpers to step. Parker, step up on that, okay?
Kaluro, first shot. It is good. And a couple of those halftime stats here. Mohawk College went to the free throw line 16 times and made 13 of their free throws, shooting an amazing percentage, where Conestoga went to the free throw line 10 times, made 7, which they're still shooting 70%, but I mean, that extra 6 free throws, 7 free throws, trips to the line is a huge key. 1+ for Conestoga. They're 5 for 12 from the free throw line, where Mohawk's 5 for 21. They're shooting a pretty good percentage, shooting 41% from 3, which is very good.
Yeah, looking at that stat, you'd almost think they're up in this game, but they haven't been as strong in the paint and haven't shown much of that inside presence. Although they have gotten the line a couple of times and converted on those.
Mohawk also out-rebounded Conestoga by 6 offensive rebounds, so it's 56-42 right now for Mohawk. A lot of those points have come from second chance points.
Yeah, taking a look back quick at the coaching strategies, both teams were looking to utilize the fast break and have good transition on offense and defense. That so far, I think Mohawk has the upper hand in, but Conestoga not falling too far behind because they've moved the ball fairly well and they've been on their toes for most of the game.
As Braden Lenters drills a 3-point shot for Mohawk. Glasgow. Over to Kabongo. Back to Glasgow. And he goes up. Gets fouled. He's going to the free throw line for 2 shots. Justin Miller coming in for Fosa. Glasgow misses the first free throw. 59-42 for Mohawk. And he makes the second one.
Is his first name pronounced like Shaquille? Yeah, I'm not too sure.
Good, Avery. Another one.
Shaquille.
Shaquille?
It is Shaquille Glasgow.
Okay.
Braden Lenters with a baseline 3-point shot, and that's his second one of the half already. Kabongo. Over to Miller. Avery Sutton gives it back to Kabongo, who gets a screen. And a tough shot put up there by Glasgow. Mohawk obtains the rebound, fast breaks down, and Frank Benet gets the easy fast break layup.
Yeah, no reason to miss that one there. Open opportunity all by himself. He just had to put that one up.
Kabongo to Miller. Kabongo puts up a little runner. He can't get it to go. And they call the kick ball on Glasgow. Lenters to Kalura. Kalura calling a play. Passes it to Lenters. Is he going to shoot another one? He doesn't. Frank Benet puts up a little jump shot. It rattles in and out. He can't get it. Frank Benet gets the offensive rebound. Kalura, and he passes it to the post to Barr, and Barr puts in the nice layup. 66-43 from Mohawk College now. Miller puts up the baseline jump shot. Can't get that one to go. Kalura collects the rebound. Barr to Benet. Benet to Lenters, and Lenters to the hoop. 2 points.
Start to finish, that play was pure crisp. I can't even describe it any better. Just crisp, like that. Every single pass,
And
everything.
Lenters, oh, Lenters almost gets the interception. Parker Mills of Conestoga gets a warning for touching the ball after the ball goes through. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Kalura calling for the screen from Lenters. He gets it. And Kalura pull up jump shot. And he makes that one looks easy.
Yeah, he's had some really good looks here tonight.
70-45 for Mohawk College. 5 minutes left in this third quarter.
Yeah, and if Conestoga wants to play the role of comeback here tonight, they're going to have to start picking up this game. Their threes have been working out really well for them. They need to go ahead and go back to that.
And a teardrop layup put up at the buzzer. Can't drop for Glasgow. Substitution. Substitutions by both teams. Dolmage, Santos, and Kalura coming in for Benet, Calero. Kick ball being called on Conestoga's Glasgow. So we have Lenters giving the ball into Barr. Barr passes the half court, gives it over to Dolmage. Dolmage to Santos. And Santos threads the needle down to Barr at the block, and Barr puts up an easy layup. Kabongo over to Makasha. Tries to pass the ball through Santos's legs. Makasha over to Glasgow, who puts up the tough layup. Can't get it to go. Gets his own offensive rebound and gets the and one. Glasgow with the strong finish. Glasgow, shot number one. And he makes that one. Santos. Over to Barr. Barr breaks the press. Over to Lenters. Lenters thinks about the three, doesn't take it. Into the corner for Santos. Santos all the way out to Calero. Calero thinks about the shot, pump fakes. Dolmage in the corner. He can't get it to go. Calero with the offensive rebound. Back out to Lenters, who puts up a corner three, and he books that one. Lenters for three. And he's feeling it this game from downtown. Kabongo. Missed jump shot there by Rakesh Arjun. Dolmage chasing down the long pass. What a pass by Dolmage to Lenters. No look behind the back.
Yeah, the big men using their communication, getting it done.
And he had his spider sense working on that one.
Oh, 100%.
Avery Sutton. A nice three there by Makasha. Santos getting a screen from Lenters. Gives it to him. Lenters looking to go by himself. Takes the strong take, and he puts it in for 2 points. Lenters doing it all by himself. And long three by Kabongo, and he can't get it to go. Play being called dead.
And you have to assume there's a lot of pressure on Conestoga. We know they're young. We know this is their first year in the league. But they really would have wanted to accomplish getting into the postseason, getting into the playoffs would have been a big deal. But right now it's not looking so hot after this game is starting to get out of reach. And they sit 9th in the standings as where Mohawk sits 7th. So Mohawk in a playoff spot, not very comfortable, but in a playoff spot where Conestoga just sitting outside that, and then every single point here that they can get would be huge. But unless they start to turn this one around, Baxter, I don't see it being very bright.
2 minutes and 10 seconds left in this third quarter. It's 80-51 for Mohawk. Glasgow at the line. Can't get the first one to go. It rattles in and out. We got Muhammad Hassan making his first appearance.
A familiar face.
And Hassan puts it up, and he books it. Hassan puts up a three, and he makes it 1 for 1 on the game. Kasha. Muhammad brings it up, gives it to Santos. Santos, and he makes the jump shot. Glasgow trying to get his team going here.
Yeah, he's had a pretty decent night himself, but his team just really hasn't been.
As we're just saying, Glasgow with the baseline jump shot. Santos gets a screen from Miller. Dolmage for three. He puts it up and drains it. John Dolmage. Glasgow. Calero intercepting that pass. He's bringing it up himself. Thinks about the three. Does take the three. Can't quite make it. Santos almost putting his body on the line there, going into the bleachers. And it'll be Conestoga basketball.
Yeah, great hustle play there by Santos anyways. He almost got to it. He was just a couple inches off there from setting that one back in bounds. Hassan could have gotten a piece of that one, and they could have kept it in, but as you said, out of bounds, and Conestoga will take possession.
Simic over to Kasha, and he puts it up. He can't quite make it. Gets fouled. Going to the line for 2 shots. First free throw is good for Kasha. Second free throw is good. So now we have Santos bringing it up. 25 seconds left in this third frame. 19 seconds on the shot clock. Calero. Santos. Santos looking for the foul call, doesn't get it. Hassan with the nice defensive play over to Santos at the buzzer, and he can't quite make it. Nice heads-up defensive play by Hassan there.
110%. No time left. I didn't even think that. I thought that Conestoga was barely going to get the opportunity to get one off there, and it ended up Mohawk. Hassan to Santos with just a couple seconds left, and Santos got that one up, but he ended up rimming it. We're gonna take a look at some shots that didn't rim though. Mohawk from deep, consistently throughout the first 3 quarters of this game, have been going downtown, and it's working. So there's no reason to stop. You see Hassan nail that one on his first shot of the game, only shot of the game as well. And they've been everywhere.
Lenters,
yeah, Lenters is the big man's had a couple really nice ones.
If I'm not mistaken, Lenters hit 3 threes by himself that quarter. Mohawk College shooting a combined percentage of almost 38% on the game. Same with Conestoga. They're at 37%.
Yeah, Mohawk 9 for 27 on those 3-pointers versus 6 for 16.
Both teams shooting amazing from the free throw line, too. Conestoga 12 for 17, and Mohawk is shooting 15 of 18.
Yeah, misses on the free throws. Very rare here tonight for Mohawk and Conestoga as well. Also, a pretty big thing to look at here. It's overlooked sometimes, but this is college basketball, and Mohawk's gotten 88 points through 3 quarters here. They should be easily carrying into the triple digits on this game, depending on how this quarter plays out.
It's just everything they've been doing is going very well. All the plays they're running are flawless. All the open shots that they're taking are dropping. Conestoga. Simic can't get his hands on the ball.
Yeah, he's good. That's it, you're good. Up, that's it, you're good.
Kalura. Giving it over to Makuna. Hassan. Ball coming over him. It gets tipped twice, and Hassan can't keep his hands on it. Simic. Over to Kasha, who gives it over to Rakesh Arjun, who goes up for the easy layup. Kalura over to Makuna, back to Kalura. Makuna to Hassan, and Hassan puts up a 3, and he can't quite make it. Tipped out of bounds by Noah Worth of Mohawk.
Yeah, Hassan maybe a little bit too confident after nailing that first 3. The first shot he took of the game.
Just excited to finally be on the court.
I'd have to agree. We've watched a few of these games, and we've had the opportunity to call them, and I haven't seen him on the court yet to this point. This is the first time, so I was really happy when we made that first shot, especially on a nice 3 like he had.
Strong take by Ogbonze. He's going to be going to the free throw line for 2 shots. Just misses the first one there. Rattles in and out. Kaluro. Giving it over to Makuna. Kaluro. Benet. Makuna putting up a 3 and just can't quite make that one. Getting the ball back. And what a dish to Hassan, who can't quite make the layup. Hassan with the nice poke out from behind. Defensive play. Frank Benet gets control. Takes it himself. Gets his own offensive rebound. Puts it up again and makes the layup. Frank Benet with the hustle play. Ogbonze. Two shots. Bonze getting hit on the arm there. 90-58 for Mohawk College. 8 minutes left in this game. First free throw he cannot get to go. And he can't get the second one to go either. Hassan getting the defensive rebound. And Hassan just trying to thread the needle a little too perfectly to Benet. It just gets tipped. Conestoga basketball. Simic. Mohawk has switched to a zone defense, a 2-3 zone. Arjun. Makesha going up for the layup. He can't make it. Calero bringing the ball down. Passes it over to Makuna. To Hassan. Makuna. Back to Hassan. Hassan for three. And he can't quite make it. Calero with the offensive rebound. Tries to give it down low to Benet. Tipped out of bounds by Simic. It'll remain Mohawk College basketball. Kalura giving it to Benet. Jump shot put up by Noah Worth. Nice 10-foot turnaround jump shot there. Simic giving the ball over to Ahmed Hassan. Back to Hassan of Conestoga to Simic. Thought about the three, didn't quite take it. Tried to thread the needle, and he could not do it down there. Kalura giving it over. And Noah Worth thought that he should have got a goaltending call. But that was a clean block. Substitution being made by both teams. Looks like we're going for a whole new look for Mohawk. Minus Makuna. Makuna will stay in for Mohawk. Santos, Calero, Dalmage are coming in for Mohawk. And Dalmage puts up the three. And he can't make it. Ball knocked out of bounds by Noah Worth. Simic carrying the ball up for Conestoga. Zane Wellen had a good look from a jump shot there. Just couldn't quite get it. Dalmage to Calero. Santos has a nice look for three. He can't make that one. Conestoga just trying to push the ball now. And Arjun of Conestoga just trying to throw the no-look pass in for the layup. Kind of faked out his own teammate, I think. Calero passing it to Santos, who is bringing the ball up now. Makuna coming around the screen, and he gives it to Calero. Calero steps out of bounds on the jab step. Turns the ball over. Conestoga basketball. 5 minutes and 40 seconds left in this game. It's 92-58 for Mohawk College. As Simic kicks it out to Arjun. Kicks it out to Tapnio. And we have Simic pulling up for a jump shot, and he can't get it to go. It rattles in and out as there's fighting down low. Call the jump ball. And it will go to Mohawk. Let's see if Conestoga can get a couple stops here in a row. Maybe try to get a nice little run going. Dolmage, another cross-court pass. Calero for 3. That was a nice look too, but he couldn't get that one to go. Simic, who fast breaks, throws it up to Tapnio. Passes it to Hassan. He can't get it to go.
Good job, Ahmed. Good try. Way to get back, Ahmed.
Lenters goes up for the layup. And Hassan on Conestoga goes for the hard foul. Wanted to make sure he was not getting an and one on that play. Lenters. Makes both of his free throws. Mohammed Hassan of Mohawk coming in. Getting his second set of playing time this game. Tapnio passes it to Simic. Simic back to Tapnio for 3, and he cannot get that one to go. John Dolmage with the rebound. Hassan.
Bad turnover there by Hassan.
Santos gets the rebound. Oh, and tries to get a little bit fancy. Tries to go around the back, loses control, and ends up going around the back out of bounds. We have Simic once again for Conestoga bringing the ball up. Arjun over to Hassan. Simic. Hassan of Conestoga gets blocked. So Santos bringing the ball down very quickly. Lenters back to Santos, and he's wide open for 3. We have a timeout for Conestoga. He wants to talk it over. Head coach of Conestoga does not like what he is seeing out there. 3 minutes and 46 seconds left in this basketball game. It's 97-58 for Mohawk College.
Conestoga so far taking a beating in this second half. I think it was very respectable in the first half. They did a very good job, especially in the first quarter, but as this game's kind of weared on, Mohawk has continued to push the pace, and Conestoga's pace has just fallen just a little bit, but it's enough.
Well, it looks like you can see it on their faces. I think they're just getting a little bit fatigued. Hands are on the knees, and in the first quarter, Mohawk outscored Conestoga 28-21. Then they actually outscored them 24-19. So Conestoga played a little bit better in that second quarter. But coming into that third quarter, they got outscored 36-16 and ended up losing that third quarter by 20. So again, Conestoga hope to get something going so they can make this game somewhat respectable.
Well, they're going to have to do something. They're going to have to do it quickly here, as they're definitely running out of time. It might be a little bit too late for this game, but
Tapnio passes into Zane Whalen, who cannot get the turnaround jump shot to go. Santos taking it in himself and gets fouled hard by Zane Whalen. Santos going to the free throw line for 2 shots. Santos. And he books that one. Looking to go a perfect 2 for 2. And he does. He is now 3 for 4 from the free throw line, only missed 1. With a foul. Santos fouling Tapnio of Conestoga. And now Tapnio going to the line for 2.
And Mohawk, well, you would think Mohawk would be just kind of slowing it down here, but Hassan tries to drill a 3, but that rims in and out. Conestoga will come right back down the court, and they'll get a nice little play of their own as they get 2 points off that one.
Rakesh Arjun with the acrobatic layup there. Conestoga bringing the basketball down now.
Hey, go horns, hand up.
Simic thinks about the 3. He does take it. Just a little bit long. John Dalmage with the rebound. Santos looking long. Hassan of Mohawk passing it over to Santos. Santos in the corner to Calero. And they call a foul, blocking foul on Zane Whalen of Conestoga. And we have Kasha coming in for Conestoga's number 5, Simic. Santos giving it to Noah Worth, who misses that jump shot. So now we have Tapnio bringing it down, giving it to Hassan. Calero reading that pass, stealing it, driving down, giving it out to Santos, who kicks it to Hassan, takes it in himself. No call. A lot of contact, no call. 1 minute and 59 seconds left. Mohawk 1 point shy of 100 this game. 99-62. Santos calls for the screen, gets it. Gives it to Calero, wide open in the corner. And he can't get it to go. Kick out. Oh. Tapnio tried to find Ahmed Hassan, and he couldn't get the pass there. Mohawk basketball. Santos. Minute and a half left. He goes for the crossover, tries to dish it off to Dalmage. Dalmage couldn't quite get his hands on it, so Calero gets it. Gives it back to Dalmage. Cross-court pass. Santos wide open for 3, and he can't get that one to go. We have Calero getting the offensive rebound. And everyone seemed that there was a traveling call that could have been called. And there was no call, but Erwin Tapnio bringing the ball up now. 1 minute left in the ball game. 99-62 for Mohawk College. Tapnio. Hassan. He can't get it to go. Calero goes all the way upstairs to get that rebound. Bringing it down himself. Tried to find Santos, but couldn't get it. Pass got deflected. Good defense there by Hassan of Mohawk College. Ball gets tipped, and it stays Conestoga basketball. 38.9 seconds left in this game. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Tapnio gives it over to Whalen. Makasha, Tapnio, Whalen. Whalen puts it in. Nice little hook shot. 25 seconds left. Muhammad Hassan. 13 seconds left in this ball game. 10 seconds. And Zane Whalen gets another bucket. 5 seconds left in this ball game. Mohawk's just trying to get the ball in here. Intercepted. And a nice low runner there. Rakesh Arjun getting his last 2 points of the game. And Mohawk College will end up winning this game 101 to 68. What a game by Mohawk. A lot to be proud about today for Mohawk College. They played well as a team. Didn't really miss too many. The shots that they were supposed to make, they made. A couple wide open shots that they missed, but Conestoga, on the other hand, there was a lot of shots, a lot of wide open shots that I think they wish they could have made, and they just couldn't get it. So now I'm going to pass it over to Cody Lake here with an interview.
Hey, I'm here with Braden Lenters post game. Braden, you guys got a big win tonight. How did it feel to take the victory?
It felt great. We had a few losses in a row before tonight, so it felt good to start hitting some shots finally and get the W.
You guys were taking a lot of threes out there, but it seemed to be the smart play because you guys hit them at a pretty solid rate. Why are you guys so confident in the three ball?
Man, if it's falling, it's falling, and you just got to keep shooting. That's it.
Well, thank you very much, and I hope you guys keep winning.
Appreciate it.
Stay tuned for Mohawk College's next basketball game against Sheridan on the 10th of November. I hope you guys can come out, join us as we come to a conclusion on this basketball season. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. And
We'll see you next time here on OCAA volleyball or basketball side.
have a good night, everybody.